Hey howdy y'all, this is Dave and we're going to count down 7 disturbing PSAs. These are used to try to get the public to rethink their lives and start participating in more healthy and civilized behavior. The entities putting these things out range from the government to non-profit organizations. Since they aren't using these to sell shampoo, they have to figure out ways to keep their audience engaged, while also trying to convey their message. Which means absolutely terrifying them is not off the table. The elements to creating a spicy PSA are to keep it brief and pull on the emotions of the viewer to try to persuade them to change their behavior or general attitude about the topic. You also have to make sure that you put some sort of identification for the cause or the organization at the end. Apparently, that is what allows you to show over-the-top visuals and suggestive material. As long as you have that, you can show stuff like someone casually being deleted at a table.
That's why I like having younger brothers and sisters. I stay indoors while the beef stays outside.
I'm not sure if these types of things get passes from censorship because they are trying to advocate awareness on some pretty tough and uncomfortable topics, but I am legit shocked at what is allowed to air in some cases. This isn't by any means a definitive list, but just a compilation of those that I've come across on the internet. Although this list isn't decisive in any way, some are still more intense than others. So I'll be showing the tamer ones first. With that being said, consider this your warning. If there are certain topics that you are unfortunately much too familiar with and would rather not watch, then it's all good. But for those that stay, I'll be saving my comments for each video after we watch them. None of this buffer bullshit where I explain what happens before you watch. Without further ado, here we go.
You can do your hair, you can do your eyes, but when you smoke, you can't do a thing with your mouth. Smoking stinks. Yuck!
So I'm going to start off light with this one. This came out when I was a little kid. It aired in 1990, so I would have been about 2 years old, and this was one of my first memories. And what I just showed you, there is nothing offensive about that whatsoever. But when my little 2-year-old self saw this, I freaked out. My parents actually still roast me about this to this day. They'll say I used to cry going, "Smoking stinks," and you know, it was unsettling for a toddler. But I swear to God, that girl, she looks like she's probably 12 or something. She looked like she was probably 35 to me. And I've only recently found this, and I've looked a few times over the years. I was convinced it was lost media, so I'm glad I came across it in time for this video.
I know a place that's peaceful and quiet, a place where animals play. It's called the forest, but every year we start forest fires. A careless match, a cigarette, and poof, fire. So the next time you're in the forest, be extra careful, okay?
If you knew it was me, would you have listened?
So this one was a little freaky when he pulled that woman's face off. It just lets you know what Smokey Bear's capable of, you know? He will literally seduce you into preventing forest fires. And it was definitely in that time era where you weren't sure how old the woman was exactly. You can't tell whether she's in high school or if she's 43. You know, skincare wasn't a thing. I was watching Dr. No over the lockdown, and Sean Connery and I were the same age. Not to toot my own horn, but I noticed that I have much better skin than he did. Moisturizing and exfoliating matter, people. This goes for men too. But what got me with this one was that laugh at the end. That No, thank you. All right, on to the next one.
Once upon a time, there was a dolly called Matilda. She was afraid of the dark. So the grown-ups put a nightlight in the bedroom. One night, Matilda thought she could smell something funny. It all happened so quickly. "Help! Help!" cried Matilda. Sadly, this is where the story ends.
Whoa, this one gets me so bad. Like, you are literally given this life of this doll, living it up in their room, a little candleless place just for protection against the darkness. Then she sets on fire, crying for help, just begging for help. "Help, help," Matilda cries. And then that's where the story ends? No resolutions, just done. They definitely hit me with the finality of the situation for sure. All right, on to the next one.
I'm the sous chef here. With any luck, I should be head chef by next year. I've got this amazing fiance, who I won't be marrying this weekend, because I'm about to be in a terrible accident. But really, I should have cleaned up the grease over there, and they should never put the deep fryer so close.
Somebody help me!
Jesus, this one is rough. The writing is phenomenal. They only got a few seconds to pull you in, and they do it with this one perfectly. And the acting is on point. She just acts like it's no big deal, just going about her normal day, but it's like the stuff she's telling you is not good news. And then that ending scene where it's just that flash of her skin. Oh, yeah. Ooh, that's gnarly. All right, on to the next one.
MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O, and on that farm he had a...
If the driver of this car had kept his speed to 100k, here's where he would have stopped. If he'd stopped here, his wife wouldn't take the full impact of the crash and die instantly. If he'd stopped here, the last thing Sally will ever hear wouldn't be the sound of her own neck breaking. And Nikki wouldn't break several ribs and her collarbone. As for Jim, well, Jim could have avoided broken bones and a broken heart. But anyway, it's too late for all that now, because this isn't where it stops. It's where it all begins.
As I fell down the rabbit hole with these, I noticed that the majority of Australia and New Zealand's PSAs focus on driving fast and driving under the influence. And it seems like they've gone to drastic measures to kind of try to bring awareness to this. Even though it came out close to 30 years ago, it's still very effective. Talking about the last thing this poor little girl hears is her own neck breaking. That is terrifying. And then at the end when it fades from black and then it's the car and the mom, oh, that just gets you, man. So yeah, watch your speed. Get somewhere safely, motherfucker.
They're out there. Who? They're everywhere! They're gonna kill me! No, Anthony! No! No!
This isn't normal.
No! No! Who are you?
But on meth?
No! Who are you?
It is.
I'll kill you!
Whew, so first of all, I have not ever, nor do I plan on ever dealing with anyone who uses meth. But when you think about what's going on here, it is very scary. Like you're just sitting there washing your own dishes, minding your own business. Me, I'd probably have my earbuds in, not paying any attention. And all of a sudden someone that you loved in the household that's there all the time comes in and starts just going stark raving mad. And then what's worse is then that person turns violent. Then in the heat of all their struggle, they look at you and say, "Who are you?" Man, that would be so scary. You know, we don't know the situation between this person. I'm assuming it would be like a mother and son or something. So that would be scary enough as it is. But like, yeah, imagine if it was your spouse or something too. Oh, you'd have to lay them out. You'd have to clean their clocks.
Break the silence. Speak out for children.
God damn it, Portugal! Like, what? That's what I realized I fell down the rabbit hole maybe a little too deep was this one, honestly. Like, what the fuck? And who am I to say that this isn't relevant information that we shouldn't be aware of? Obviously the message, speak out for children, is very important. But when you see visuals like this, it's just, oh, so nauseating. Like, if you're out there hurting kids, fuck you. But honestly, just the sniffing and the ripping, oh god! Alright everyone, that's enough for now. But there's more where that came from, so check out the next part. If you found a way to enjoy what you saw here, please feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, have a good one.